Hello YouTube, my name is Josh and I want to welcome you to our channel. So today we're taking a look at a new game that's called Hero Academy 2. It comes to us from Robot Entertainment. You might not be familiar with their name, but you should be familiar with their work. They're the team that made the original Age of Empires series, and that's pretty cool. So they're back, they're making a new strategy title, and this game is kind of like a mashup between if you took Hearthstone and you took Clash Royale and kind of mixed it together, that's about what this is. So it's a card game, but it's also a board strategy game, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So let's jump in here, and while that loads, I just want to mention that the developer did provide us a copy of the game for free so that we can show it off to you. You will see a link for it on Steam in the description below. And for the moment, they're doing a deal that if you decide to jump in early and get it while it's on early access, they're going to give you $75 worth of in-game goods as just part of the deal. So that's pretty cool. Great way to get a head start on the game. And it's really fun, so you'll see in a minute what I mean. And we're going to jump into multiplayer and see how it goes. Now, I have played this a bit, so I have some decks put together, and I've done a few things. So we're just going to jump right into a duel. You can see I've got some decks that I created. Let's go ahead. Thinking about the best way to do this. We're going to go Swarm. And let's jump right in. So the best way to talk about the game is to actually show it in action. Yeah, I'm actually a big fan. I've played quite a bit. I mean, when I say quite a bit, like 2 days. But I've played a lot during those 2 days because it's been really fun. And I love strategy games like Hearthstone. And you'll see that this has got some similar mechanics to it. Alright, so basically like you see here, you have a game board. And the goal of the game is basically to destroy your opponent's crystals on the board, and you can deploy characters on the board as cards. And this is timed, so I'm going to talk quickly and then take a step. So we've got a footman. He's got 1 damage, 2 health, 1 armor, and then you can place him anywhere within the blue boxes. So let's be direct. Let's put him right there. When you drop him, you'll notice that he gets a green circle around him with dots on it. The dots indicate how many actions you have left that you can take with the character. So we can do 1 action. We're just going to move right on up to his crystal right there. And we'll go ahead and we'll buff him with +1 attack. And that's everything that we can do, so we'll end the turn. Now the opponent goes. So if you look down here at the bottom of the screen, this is basically your mana pool. Every single turn you get 5 mana that get added to the pool. So if you want to throw a power out there or a character that costs more than 5, you need to save some mana from the previous round. And then these are my special abilities. So I can use these to buff a character or heal a character. They're kind of like the abilities of your hero in Hearthstone. Okay. So, I mean, we're going to do some damage right away. So this is a building, so it can't move or anything, but it does give our characters a buff. So it gives this character 1 attack. So we'll go ahead and knock 3 right off the bat. And then let's go ahead and we'll drop a rat right here. So he's a 3/1 because of the buff from this. And we'll go ahead and just head right on over. So the idea of my deck that I've created is that I have some control, but I'm also going to play very aggressively and try to get characters on the board. Oh, he's going to hit me hard right off the bat. He does not like that guy. Alright, so Fanfare, like you saw with this character's ability, I'll see if I can bring it up in just a second. So Fanfare is an ability that happens when something is summoned. So with her Fanfare, she did 1 damage to everything. So she took out my characters and kind of wiped the board, which she really needed to do. Now the problem with her is that she's got 4 health and I don't have anything that can easily remove 4 health. So that's kind of a bummer. He's going to start whacking away on that. But she only does 2 damage. We're going to bring this guy out here. Now the Confessor is really cool. So his ability is that he can do 2 complete attacks, and I'll explain what I mean. So normally a character can move, and if you attack on your first move, even if you have 2 actions that you could take, your attack counts as your only action that you normally take. So even if you could have moved and then attacked, if you attack first and forget to move, then you basically forfeit your ability to attack, or you can lose an action point. So this character can attack on both of his action points if he wants to, so he basically gets double attack, which is pretty cool. And we'll be able to remove this character unless they buff it somehow. Okay, so let's decide how we want to handle this. So we've got a sharp poke that does 1 damage to a hero, so we could use that to take that out. But at the same time, we can get some value from an archer. So if we drop the archer right here, the archer has the ability to attack. It can't attack right next to it, like side by side, you know, up or down or left or up. But it can attack diagonally, and it can shoot a couple squares over. So we can use that to take this out. And then we'll move the Confessor right up here. And we're going to heal the Confessor for... This is our special ability. We're going to heal him. And remember, we get 2 attack. Oh, actually, we're going to take 1 attack. Forgot we used an action point on our move there. And then we'll go ahead and throw a rat down here just to keep them on their toes. And we'll go ahead and take care of this thing. So not bad, right? Alright, we'll take it. That was a pretty good turn. We cleared the board. We've got 3 characters on the board. So, board control in the truest sense. I think this guy might be giving up. Or he's saving up for something big. We'll have to find out. So, how do we want to handle this? So we can bring this character right here. She can attack the crystal. We can bring... can't bring him all the way as close as I would like to. We're going to have to use both of our moves. So he's not going to get to attack this turn. Can I buff this? No, that's only for characters with swords. So what do we want to do with our points? Let's bring out a Centurion. Yeah, I like this idea, because we can move him up here. Move him up here, and then next turn we'll be able to do some damage. And we can go ahead and throw in a rat for good measure. And we'll just use the rat for whatever we need. Alright. That works for me. Let's see what he's willing to do. So he did want to pull something big out. He doesn't want that guy there. Okay. So we can go ahead and eliminate that with that. We're going to move our rat up here. We're going to position this guy. Well, we don't really need him there. We're going to move him over here. This guy here. And you'll see that when you destroy your opponent's crystal, you also get to move up the number of spaces that you can start a character out with. And you know what? Just to be a dick, we're going to revive this character. And we're going to do some nasty damage to this. And we'll try to heal him for a point. Alright, I'm liking it. So he's got 1 health left on his crystal. If we take that out, we win. Okay, what's he gonna do? Alright, we'll be nice. We could like move a bunch of stuff around, but we're just gonna be merciful. There we go. Cool. Okay, so let's talk about the game in a little more detail. I've actually not collected a dual chest yet, so we'll look at that in just a moment. You also get little perks every day, kind of like, I mean, you're used to this, right? You see this a lot in your games that you play on your phone. But you can use this screen to basically swap out which deck is active. We already talked about the duel. Over here, you have challenges that you can beat, kind of like what you have with Hearthstone. So same idea, you get currency for it. Over here, you have a single player section. So you could do campaigns, and you can see I've already completed quite a few. And there's a lot. These all came with the game, so that's quite a bit of single player content. And on top of that, you have challenges, and you get special perks or unlock special cards for beating these challenges. And you can see that there are a lot. So that basically covers this, or you could practice with the AI if you wanted to kind of test out a deck idea. You can chat with other players on this screen, and with this screen you can manage your card collection, so you can go into deck building, you can create new decks, you can look at all the cards that are in the game. So again, looks like Hearthstone to a degree, right? So there's 650 cards in the game right now. Keep in mind it is in early access, so this isn't officially 100% released yet, although you can grab it and play it today. And then they show you the different sets of cards. So there's Council, Dark Elf, Warden, Gladiator, Viking, Vermin, and Castali. So that's pretty cool. You can also disenchant cards just like you can in Hearthstone. So if I had any duplicates, I could get rid of them there. And you can also craft cards just like you do in Hearthstone. So again, you see that they're drawing from the inspiration of other games that are out there, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a pretty good game to have some things from. And you can go through here and basically craft whatever you want. So that's pretty cool. And then they do have a storefront where you can buy packs of cards, and if you were to get the $75 bonus by getting the early access bundle on Steam, then you could use that to grab a bunch of cards right off the bat, or you could buy extra campaigns. So they do have extra single player campaigns that you can purchase and unlock, and that's pretty cool. They actually have an impressive amount of single player content in addition to the multiplayer, and then they do go through monthly seasons, kind of like Hearthstone as well. So you try to get the highest rank, and you earn rewards based on the rank that you achieve every month. And that's basically it in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and look at our chest real quick before we end the video. So the chest, what are we going to get for a dual chest? Okay, not too shabby. Now, by the way, just talking about the currencies that are up here, you got coins, gems, and you've got ink. The ink is used, it's kind of like dust in Hearthstone. It's used to craft your cards. So we'll take that. Let's look at our supply crate. You get these every couple hours. That was a pretty good supply crate. That was almost better than the dual chest. So that's neat. And that's really about it. The game is cross-platform, so if you grab it on Steam and you are enjoying it, you can grab it for your iPhone and for your Android device as well. So that's nice. You can bring it with you in your pocket and just enjoy it anywhere you go. And that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first look at Hero Academy 2. Support the developer. Take a look in the description. Grab your own copy. And remember, we actually just played this whole thing on a cloud server through Paperspace. So if your computer struggles with this game and you can't run it very well, consider renting a server, and you can do exactly what we just did right here in the video. Until next time, my name is Josh, and you have a good one.